We got an Xfinity ARCA race on Heat 4 here. I have been absent for a while. I haven't been feeling too well. This is a bad time of year for me. And also, when I did get on, I was working on stuff, helping a friend out. Happy to say he's doing good. His last race, he finished fourth at Mid-Ohio. He hates road courses on Heat 5. But he was able to figure out the setup I gave him, and really, you know, there were two guys that were awesome, and he was the fastest of the rest. He just got shuffled back one spot at the end. Awesome job. Well deserved. And he's got to finish up to the season. So I was working, and I did get on. I didn't get on for very long, working on his setups, but I decided I got most of that out of the way and kind of needed a change. If you stare at the same stuff for too long, you know, you take a good setup and you turn it to shit. So just taking a little bit of a head break and getting back to my career here at in the ARCA. This is the ARCA Xfinity. These guys are in championship mode and very aggressive. They're put in the wall a few times, but we are fast. The unique thing about this race is this is, I think, the first time since like 2018 that I am racing a full, how can we put it, a non-playoff, a non-stage times one, you know, regular wear race at Bristol, and I actually have to worry about gas and tires. The good thing is I always get a little bit more gas mileage here than most people for whatever reason. I don't know why. Typically I feel like I'm in the gas a lot more than everybody else. I'm a gas hound. Got a big foot. And I'm not even, I think this is a setup I was working on because, man, it's a little weird now. You know, 60 laps in the race. But this is a 150 lap race. And I got 147 in the tank. But we got 85 laps to go, and I got 90 laps in the tank. And I'm still hitting mid-16s. Traffic up until about now. So 16.5s, yeah. Pretty good. But I am a little concerned because by my calculations, I have tires good enough to get to about lap 140. They were at lap 87 and I got 59. Lap 75, that's halfway. We need 50. So we're close. And typically in these races there's one caution. So one caution will solve both dilemmas. But I'd like to run it out and see. Notice I'm driving it a little bit differently because it's acting a little weird. I don't know, it might be the damage I got when I got put in the wall. Nemechek put me in the wall, swinging toward me. I think he did that because I think he did that because I made it 4 wide and I didn't know it at one point. But I also suspect from what I saw when I saw him coming up into me out of my left side mirror was that somebody dove under him, which happens in the more aggressive AI in championship mode. Okay, so we're 83 laps and at 57 and 55. Now the dilemma on Heat 5 is if you notice I'm running just a little bit loose. Yeah. Well, the dilemma on Heat 5 is if I slow down, I'll start wearing that right rear more. Yeah, no, it don't make sense. It's just one of those things that is. So I can't really slow down unless I slow all the way down, and then probably won't end up winning the race. And Bristol is not that kind of track anyway, so a healthy dose of 15.7s for a good part of the run. You know, one thing I'll say with the AI, it's hard to get back into your rhythm after you pass, you know, them all jumbled up in traffic, which I'm trying to do right now. The car's getting a little bit free. But it's more than that. I got to work on this setup. I was trying to make this setup better for my buddy when he ran Bristol. And I think this is the setup I was working on, not the setup that I gave him. It gets a little weird down the run here. Okay, see, we're 77 laps to go, and we got 54 and 51. So that says to me on the long run, I need to put a half a pound in the right front tire. Maybe more, but a half pound for a really long run. Why? Because to get every lap out of the setup, which you often have to do at a track like Phoenix, with that tire wear. If your tires are wearing the same, then you can go long, like another lap. That could be the difference between winning and losing a race. Now, I might not be the fastest guy at Phoenix, but unfortunately, I won 3 out of my 4 races there. Technically all 4 of them, but 3 out of the 4 races there are on tire wear. I know how to save tires and be fast enough to win. Doesn't often make you the fastest car there, but if you're pitting 5 laps short, you're probably going to get lapped, because it's one of the longest times you spend on pit road of any track in NASCAR. So the gains there are, a lot. The gains there are more gains there than pretty much any other track. There's a few tracks that are close to that. But Phoenix is the king of them all. Because it's a 1 mile track and you have such a long pit road, because the pit road isn't as long obviously, but it's only a half mile track. So you have the same thing, so avoiding a pit stop at tracks like that can bring you, position gains on long runs, especially at the end of a race. Okay, so we're 49 and 47. The good thing is, I got everybody, one guy a lap down, but you lose about 2 laps here. So if there is no caution and I have to pit, I'm not going to win this race. The good news is, as their tires wear, they get slower, so I don't have to be as fast to pass them. But they are aggressive. And Gregson isn't trying to get back behind me for like 10 laps. Yeah, my tires are too worn. I slide around too much up there and I end up bouncing off the wall, which I really don't want to do too much. I already got hooked into the wall and knocked into the wall, so we have some serious damage. Not horrible, but it's for Bristol. But that's more than I typically get at any track. So, and when you get damage, it does make the car handle differently. It all depends on what track and where you know, the game registers the damage and so on and so forth. Feathering it, wow, I slotted in there good. Yep. I used to drive like this all the time. People are like, oh, you're crazy, aggressive. And it's racing. You know, you see guys do stuff like that once in a while when they have no choice. It's like, you usually see it at Daytona and Talladega, and for the most part, they all do a great job in fitting the cars. And every once in a while, when they make a mistake, that's when everybody notices. Oh man, he's moron. See, even though tires are wearing, I'm sliding up the track a lot more. Like wants to snap a little off the turns. Nothing bad. Like, you know, it's down 4 degrees, 4% loose. So that's a full pound in the right front to balance the setup out for a super long run. You know, it's actually pretty cool the way I have to drive and the way the car is reacting is like real Bristol. And I could literally spin the right rear as I did coming off 4 the last lap. And using your throttle as much as the steering wheel. Oh, and the brake. You know, like in a short track, so you don't run over people and they get all pissed off at you. It's good to have your brake bias set right. And when you hit the brake hard, it doesn't spin you out and it doesn't send you into the outside wall. For short tracks like this, a lot of times I'm around 40 or 50 on the brake bias. But you have to adjust your setup for loose in on the long run, which you can do with shocks. See how it's sliding up? It's getting a little loose. Now on the gas hard. But I'm still running 16.5s, 100 laps in. Holy shit. Damn, we did good. Reminds me of old Bristol when they first concreted it, or before the concrete. Whoop. Yeah, so that's old tires. Drives differently on old tires. A lot less grip. Kind of like driving on snow. Did we pass Smith yet? Let me get to. Yeah, we did. Okay. You notice me getting on and off the gas in seemingly weird spots is because I'm feeling the car, wanting to break loose, or wanting to spin the wheels, or just getting weird. So I'm plenty fast enough even on part throttle, so I don't worry too much about it. As people forget, and I think it creates a bigger learning curve. One of the ways I learned how to drive a race car, and it was in Atlanta, is just put the thing in fourth gear. Don't worry about, you know, whatever. Pretend it's an automatic. Stay in the one gear and just drive it. Don't hit the brake. Just drive it. You know, just figure out how to drive it like you're going to someplace for the first time. And, you know, just drive it. As you get more comfortable with the car and what it's doing, just, you know, take the turns deeper, get on the gas earlier, and go from there, you know, and it works. Don't hit the brakes, you know, let off where the car wants to let you off to make the turns. Hit the brakes when you enter too hard, you know, or you hit the wall and stuff. But I mean, don't think of using the brakes every turn, every track, everything. Like at Bristol here, when I'm driving, like here, I'm not hitting the brakes at all. But the way I have my brakes set, like if I get sideways, I can hit the brakes and it'll help straighten the car out. So I don't have to. The short track is hard, but in bigger tracks it's easy. Tapping the brakes and just save you from losing it. I notice I don't always get out of the gas either. It's a game. It does give you tire wear, but I don't use the tire. It does give you brake wear, I mean, but it doesn't like, I use the brakes so little. You know, like at Martinsville you notice it. But you shouldn't notice it at Bristol unless you're on the brakes all the time, which you shouldn't be. Because, you know, like here I am in traffic, right? Now, I'm not hitting the brake unless I have to. I hit the brake there because I didn't want to drift up. And it'll lower my entry speed so I don't drift up. But I'm not, you know, it's just like I'm driving on the highway. Well, to a point. Oop. Too much gas too quickly. The wheel turned too much. Okay, we got 31 laps and 33 and 28. I will probably hit 2 laps to go. Start to lose traction. Oh, see how they dive in? That's the championship shit. Did I get that fast enough? There hasn't been a caution so far. 29 laps. Oh, my bad. I misjudged that. Bad spot. Hey, these guys. See what I'm doing? I want to make sure everybody's 2 laps down in case I do have to quit. I can't for the life of me remember what car this was driving. Alright, This he's in the 8 and he's behind me, so I got a long way to go. It'd suck if I can pass everybody, half the pit, and then finish second for leading every lap. But that's life sometimes. 22 laps, 23 on the right rear. I was going to do that whether I wanted to or not, slide up in front. I just had the right rear. It's not wearing as much. That I didn't expect. Yeah, that's like 2 laps. We'll do that the rest of the race. We'll come in with 2%. How the fuck I managed that, but okay. $16.5 after 125 something, 30 laps. Damn. These look a good setup. We're gonna make it. He is going to make it. Unless we wreck. Hitting stuff fucks your tires up too. So. We just went to 20%. 16 to go. 15 to go. Wow, it was 16. 20. This is going to be one hell of a boring replay. Because I started on the pole. I can't believe I led every lap. No pitting, no nothing. C7 is taking it easy. Weird. I can spin myself out just by hitting the gas at a certain part of the turn too hard. 11 laps, 17%. Gaggle of cars. Heavy on the brakes. I don't drive like I do on the highway. I mean, yes and no. But on the highway I don't drive with both feet. But racing, I drive with both feet. If I'm racing on the highway, I'll be driving with both feet. In my life a few times. But for the most part, it's, you know, regular. Even with a stick. But here, especially at a short track, I don't really understand how you can afford the almost full second to move your 1 foot from the gas to the brake. Especially like in close quarters like this, you just be running into everybody like an idiot. Controller, I assume, I don't know if you can, I can't drive the controller. But I have to, you know, you can have fingers on the brake and the gas or whatever, but I definitely recommend it. Anyway, I haven't killed everybody here, or myself. Driving as aggressive as I'm driving. Whoop. Too much gas too quick. This is sliding. Woohoo! Four laps to go. Two laps at 16.6. Probably the last clean lap. Yeah, so we're 6-7% loose at the end of the race here. White flag. That's fine. I'd still only add like one pound. The fronts, if you notice, are wearing too close together. And sometimes you just got to do a long run to figure out what adjustment would work. Because you want the right sides to wear more than the left sides, as a general rule. Oh, did I forget to replay? Oh, shit. Oh well. Yeah, it's been a while. I can get a faster overall lap than that. But I haven't driven in a while, no practice. And it's a new setup. So all those things going through my mind, but still managed to pull it out. Next track up will be Richmond, which is good because I have a friend this Saturday is, oh no, that was last night. Oh, I totally forgot about it. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah, when you're not feeling good, yeah, you lose track of shit. But anyway, next track for me will be Richmond in this particular series. When I'm not feeling so good, I run the shorter races. This is only 150 laps out of like whatever 300 normally run. I like the long races, but I'm not feeling well, you know, especially like at a short track. This is good. And I like this format without stages. I'm not a fan of stages. I get it, but it's not the racing I fell in love with. It's okay if you like that sort of thing. I like big tracks. I like a lot of laps. I like drafting, using the draft. Not like how Daytona and Talladega have become, but like tracks like Michigan and Auto Club, and even you know, Charlotte and Texas. Yeah, you use the draft. I use the draft a lot there, kind of thing. I've always loved, I guess, intermediate tracks, and I love short tracks, but seems to be when you get online with guys, you know, not everybody can hold their line, or not everybody uses the brake when they should, and it just becomes a big mess. But big tracks I like. Anyway, so thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, ask me questions. We will be back hopefully tomorrow if we're still feeling okay. But anyway, thank you, and we'll see you soon.